Why will this video be worth your time? That's a great question, and I will show you at least 5 other powerful questions and a system that has the potential to change your business and your life. Not getting the results you want? Sometimes it's just a powerful question that's missing to come up with the ideas and the outcomes. It's the right question that can get you from feeling stuck to unstuck. It's the right question that can get you from flat growth to high growth, and it's the right question that can get you from not possible to the feeling of I know exactly what to do next. Let me give you an example of a friend of mine that I talked to yesterday. And he had a really big problem. People were throwing tons of stuff at him, and there was a life or death problem in his business. In the beginning, when he was talking about it, you could actually feel how harmful this is and how afraid he is about what might happen. But he did something really exceptional. Instead of focusing on all the problems and the stuff people were throwing at him, right? What he did is he asked himself a very powerful question that instantly empowered him to come up with the actions necessary in order to turn this around and change his business in a good way. Doesn't mean that it's easy now, right? He asked himself, if this wouldn't be just a problem, how could we actually benefit from this? How could this actually help us? And what big opportunity is hidden in this problem? Doesn't mean that the problem has gone away now, right? But what he has now is a perspective and the right ideas to work on to actually change this and to get out with a stronger business than he ever had before. That's the power of the right question. Here are some great questions that I love to use to come up with some great thoughts that have the power to actually change your activities. You focus on something completely different that actually creates energy instead of pushing you down into feeling stuck. If my business could talk, what would it say? How can we become the company that would put us out of business? Who would be the key hire to make in order to buy back 50% of my time? By the way, great book from Dan Martell. We cannot do this. What would have to change so that we could do it? So if you look at your business, ask yourself, what don't I see? And it triggers some great ideas about all the stuff that you're not thinking about today. So by actually turning it around and asking a not question, it might be helpful as well. What is eating up my cash? So if you're not a business owner, but an employee, and you're asking yourself, how can I get a better employee? Ask yourself, what are the goals of my boss and how could I actually help him achieve them? I bet this one might be a game changer for you. Where do I have to put an A player in place to change the outcome? If you're not satisfied at the moment, ask yourself, what would have to change in order for me to make this my dream job, to make this easier, to make this whatever you're looking for? Okay, the next one is getting a little bit complex. I have to look it up. So, what isn't happening? That if it did happen, it would cause the perceived gap, so the symptoms, to either narrow or disappear. Let's ask ChatGPT how to make this question easier. What is missing that if present would reduce or eliminate the symptoms being experienced? Don't think that's easy. You failed ChatGPT. The one that came up with this last question is a guy called Keith Cunningham. He wrote a book called The Road Less Stupid. I really recommend this one because it includes a great system that helps you put these questions into practice and to come up with great answers for them. I will just walk you through the basic principles of this framework. It's called thinking time. And the first thing is schedule some free time in your calendar or do it right now and shut off all your devices and make sure that you don't have anything that interferes with your thinking process. Then you write down the question on a blank piece of paper. You instantly draw the first bullet point on the paper as if you would start writing down the answer to it. And then you do for 20, 30, 40 minutes, I think that's recommended. Write down answers to the questions and just follow through with it. Never stop. Always have the next bullet in place so that your brain thinks, okay, there's something to come up that is the next answer to this question. And then never stop writing. And in the end, you have a big list of potential answers to these questions, of some great ideas that might help you overcome this obstacle. And then you read through them, drag through all the stuff that are not good ideas, and highlight the best 2 or 3 of them. And what's next is you schedule some time to implement these ideas and solutions. So what to do next? Scroll back in this video and pick the one question that triggered something in you. And either pull out a blank sheet of paper, start working instantly on it, or schedule time in your calendar to think this through. Hit the bell and subscribe to this channel to not miss out on the next video. See you soon. Bye bye.